Hello everybody and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the player rating show after Liverpool come from behind yet again. The mentality monsters, they do it again. They go 1-0 down to Southampton, but they come back and win 2-1 to take the Premier League title race down to the last game of the season. Yet again, they keep on doing it, they keep on winning. They are a magnificent football team, they are resilient, they are strong, they are absolutely fantastic. Jurgen Klopp makes 9 changes to the 11 that start against Chelsea in the FA Cup final, and yet they can go away from home and deliver such a good performance and deservedly get the 3 points. I am going to give a mark out of 10 for each of these players on the board behind me, and I want you guys to use the live chat along and let me know what you guys think of each of these players. Well, we usually do a man of the match poll, but the technology isn't really working, so you're going to have to take my word for the man of the match on this one. Get your thoughts in the comments. Well, actually, we're back, we're live. The man of the match poll is working. Super Sai, producer Sai, to the rescue. Right then, I'll let you know how to vote for your man of the match. If in the live chat you type an exclamation mark, the word vote, V-O-T-E, a space, and then the number of the player which correlates to this list over here. It is not the player's shirt number, it is the number on this list over here. So for example, as it says below me right now, if you want to vote for Alisson, you would do exclamation mark, vote, V-O-T-E, a space 1, and then hit return. At the end of the show, we'll tally up all the votes and we'll see who you guys thought was Liverpool's best player in the game. See if it matches up with the highest rating that I give as well. So yeah, just one more reminder, exclamation mark, vote, space, and then the number that correlates to this list over here. Right then, I'm going to start giving the players a rating out of 10 now. Again, if you want to jump in the live chat with me and let me know your thoughts on each of them. I'm going to start with Alisson, and I've done this before for Alisson, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to give Alisson an NA, because there was nothing. Didn't have to do anything really. Made 1 save early on, and the goal could do nothing about it. It was deflection, so I think it's a credit to the guys in front of him. I'm not even going to give Alisson a grade. Yeah, it was fine. Absolutely perfect. No chance of the goal. Yeah, fine. Not going to give him a rating. It's absolutely fine. Be wasting all our times if you could do it. Let's go left back for Kostas then. Thought defended very, very well. Got forward, some good crosses as well. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in that live chat for how you thought Kostas got on. I think the biggest credit to him, again, he isn't Andy Robertson, because Andy Robertson for me is one of, if not the best left back in the world. But the fact that Tsimikas is anywhere even near his level just shows the type of player he is and how good he is. And I thought he had a very good game. Yes, let's see, we've got Science who says 7.5. Litzer rather says 8 for Kostas. Armar says 8 as well. So there's Andreas for the Scouse Greek. Yeah, he isn't the Greek Scouser anymore. He's now the Scouse Greek. We've got to change all that. Thought he had a very, very, very good game. I am going to say, I'm going to give him an 8. Thought he was very, very good, was Kostas. Joel Matip, a second goal in an away game for Joel Matip, his 3rd goal of the season. The first, I'm sure you remember, was that mazy run and 1-2 against Leeds. He's come up with 2 big goals in the last week or 2 for Liverpool. It was this time last week when I was in Birmingham watching Joel Matip score against Aston Villa. He then scores at St Mary's to keep Liverpool's title hopes genuinely alive. Defensively as well, thought he was absolutely fantastic. Thought he was brilliant. Didn't really put a foot wrong at any point of the game. Didn't give Southampton a sniff of danger. All you guys in here are giving him 9s and stuff like that. I'm going 1 higher. I'm going to give Matip a 10. Thought he was perfect. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Gets the goal as well, don't forget that. But as defensively, outstanding. I thought he was excellent. Konate, equally as good. Fair play to him. He does 120 minutes at Wembley, and then a couple of days later, 90 minutes at St Mary's. And even at the end, the very end of the game, when Southampton maybe were going to try and get one final attack, he wins the ball and then he wins the interception, and then he wins the free kick that basically ends the game. Just shows how fit he is. Again, he's been in and out the team all season, and he hasn't got as many miles in the legs as some of the other guys on the pitch, or the guys who were who were left out and rested. But fair play to him, because that's a lot of football he's played in a short amount of time, and a lot of intense football as well. You know, big stakes on both of these games. One of these two lads, presuming Virgil is fit for the final, which all indications are he should be. One of these two lads isn't going to start the Champions League final, and that is a shame for somebody. And it also shows how good we are, because it's ridiculous that you can leave a defender of the quality of him or the quality of him out of that final. I thought Konate was brilliant, and I'm going to give him the exact same that I give Joel Matip. I'm going to give him a 10, because I thought he was absolutely outstanding. The fitness levels, the desire, the ability, brilliant. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Joe Gomez then, it looked a horror injury, bless him, it looked really bad. Jürgen's come out after the game, I've heard, and said, you know, do you think he might have got away with one there? It might just be painful, because it looked nasty. I thought he was doing a decent job at right back, to be honest, again, defensively. The goal, he gets cut inside, but I don't know, could he have done that much more? Maybe. I mean, Redmond's running at him at pace. I don't know. He backs off a little bit and he shows him inside. Maybe you don't really want to be doing that, because we all know that Nathan Redmond is going to try and do what he does, try and cut inside. I understand, A, it's a deflection, and B, we should never have been in that position before, because it was just a foul, and Martin Atkinson, just for whatever reason, just didn't give it. But overall, he ends up where he ends up. I don't think he was brilliant for that moment. Going forwards, he was decent enough, got a couple of good crosses in. I'm going to go to the chat for you guys. Andreas gives him a 7. Gavin gives him an 8. Rob gives him a 7 as well. 8 from Kevin, an 8.5 from B2B Football. Yeah, Jordan, I agree, Jordan. Jordan says, let's just be glad this injury wasn't as serious as it looked. Yeah, it was a nasty one. I thought it was a really bad one. I'm going to give Gomez, I'm going to give him a 7. There we go. James Milner then does a half at centre mid, and then does a half at right back. And again, I thought he was excellent, to be honest with you. I thought he was really good in the first half. You know, he creates 5, at one point there's 5 chances created early on in the game for him. And then he goes over to right back and puts in an equally good performance as well. Clever, winning his foul, slowing the game down when he needed to, but also injecting that bit of energy and pace. I thought he had a really good game, a fair play to him. He has to do 2 jobs there. And he was, you know, he's in a much changed team, captain, leader, doing everything you'd want from James Milner. I thought he was excellent. I thought he was excellent at Wembley when he come on, and I thought he was excellent here. You guys are all, again, Andreas has given him a 9, Kem's given him a 10. Mick's gone the other way and gone a solid 8.5. I would go higher than that. Singe goes a 9 out of 10, my man of the match. That performance after Saturday at his age is ridiculous. He's a machine. He absolutely is. I'm going to give him a 10. To be honest, fair play to him. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Curtis Jones seems to divide a lot of opinion. Me and Chris obviously did the live watch along for the game. And it seems like there's people sticking up for him. People really desperate to get the boot stuck into Curtis Jones. And to be honest, he was good. I thought he was good. I don't think he was great. I thought he was pretty good. He's always on the ball, a couple of good dribbles, defensively pretty solid as well. Don't think he was excellent, but I think he had a good game. I'm going to dive into the chat and see if you guys are as divided on Curtis as the watch-along viewers were. We've got 8 from Han, but a 9 from Chris. We've got 3 from Robert. Yeah, that's nonsense, Robert. No, sorry, mate, we're not having that at all. 7 from Alan. Yeah, 9, 7s or 8s and 9s. Yeah, so again, you guys are kind of where I was, that he had a pretty good game all in all. I thought he was decent. I always say 6 is my average score. I think he was better than average, so he's getting higher than a 6. I think he was maybe a little bit better than Gomez, so I'm going to give him a 7.5. There we go. Harvey Elliott. First start in the league, I think, since September. First time we've seen him since that Nottingham Forest game, really, where he got subbed off after about an hour or so. Big game for him to play in, big call for Jürgen to select him, and I thought he would get, again, similar to Curtis, really. He played like a young player will play. Some really good bits, some really bit, I'm going to say bad's not the right word, some really, really good bits, some bits there you're like, just a little bit different. I thought he was a little bit scared at times to use his right foot, and he very rarely scores a goal when he does use his right foot. Maybe he needs to trust himself. There's a couple of really excellent passes that he plays as well. You guys, again, lots of 7s and 8s. And I tend to, Dexter says, I've got no idea why he was dragged off so early. I thought he was playing well. I think what it was, mate, I think Jürgen just wanted to change the formation and he wanted to get Divock on the pitch. And Elliott hasn't played no footy with the other Milner has and Jones has. So it kind of made sense from me. I think I'm going to say that he was the same as Curtis. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I'll do both. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice, excellent the fact that they both play. Fair play to be dropped in and do as well as they did. Diogo Jota, I thought, and we had this conversation during the watch along, I thought he actually had a decent game overall. He looked a lot more like Diogo Jota does. Very unlucky not to score the one that just drags wide. Couple of good touches. Involved in the build-up, obviously, for the first goal. And that pass into him is rocketed at him. And he does so well to control it and then lay Takumi Minamino in. So I think Jota had a good game overall. Again, shooting just isn't quite there all it is. But he led well. I thought he had a good game. All you guys are going 7s and 8s around there as well. Ryan, and I agree, Ryan says Jota's been out of form, but today was better. Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't think he's in his best moment, as Jürgen would put it, but I thought he was good. I'm going to give him an 8. Roberto Firmino was named as the man of the match on the Sky coverage here in the UK. I think that was Jamie Carragher who named Roberto Firmino as the man of the match. Really impressive again, dropping deep, getting in the hole, picking the ball up. When we go to that 4 up front / formation, it was almost like he had a free role and he could do whatever he wanted. Yeah, all you guys, lots of 9s for Bobby. I thought he was really good. It was nice. Again, worth bearing in mind, and he comes on at Wembley, but he hasn't really started. It's been a while since Bobby started, hasn't it? Because of the injuries. So I thought he was really, really good. He didn't look like he lacked rhythm. Like Jürgen references rhythm a lot, and he even referenced it in his post-match interview as well. Like, boys lack rhythm, but Bobby didn't really look like he did. I am going to give him this is tough. I am going to give him a 9.5. There we go. Taki Minamino, 11 goals this season. 11 goals for Taki Minamino. I hold my hands up on Taki Minamino. I was wrong, Taki, and I apologise. You are more than deserving of a place in this Liverpool squad. And if Liverpool, whatever they do now, you're a massive reason why there's already 2 trophies in the bag. And you're a huge reason as to why we're going into Sunday with a chance to make it a 3rd. And obviously, down the line, the Champions League, there's a place on the bench in the Champions League final and you deserve to be on there at the very, very least, Taki Minamino. Thought second. The goal is brilliant. The first touch is great. The second touch is magnificent and the strike is wonderful as well. His all-round game, he was dropping into midfield when he had to. There was times when he was in the first half when he was on the cover defending at the back post. I thought he was excellent. He's still got a little bit to learn, I think, in terms of that tracking back. He doesn't quite always do it, but he's Liverpool's 6th or 7th best choice attacker, depending on how him and Origi are ranked, really. And I thought he was excellent, to be honest with you. I am going to give him I'm going to give him the same as I gave Bobby. I'm going to give him a 9.5 as well. I don't think his overall game was quite as impressive as Bobby Firmino's was, but he did score the goal. Very important to do that. Liverpool needed him there. So yeah, brilliant. Fair play to Taki. Subs. Hendo comes on at half-time for the aforementioned injured Joe Gomez. And I thought he was excellent. Just wanders into the middle of the park and just dominates the game. And again, I keep going back to it. The scoreline's a little bit nervy at times, but Southampton didn't have a kick. Alisson wasn't troubled. At the end, he put a little tiny bit of pressure on, and Liverpool dealt with it. I thought Henderson just bossed the game in that second half. You guys are all saying... Let's have a look. I'll read some of your comments out, actually. Paul, Hendo gets a 10. It was a captain's display with control. Kevin gives him a 10 as well. Chris, one of our members, gives him a 9, as does John. Yeah, 10's a lot. Do we give him a 10? I am not going to give him a 10, I don't think. I'm going to give Jordan a 9.5. Why not? It's fine. I thought he was excellent. Fair play to him. I'm sure he wanted the night off, but in the end, he was needed, and he had a very, very, very good game. Ran the midfield in that second half. Divock, we didn't see much of him, to be fair. There wasn't a lot for him to do. Some nice touches, especially the little flick down the sideline to Takumi Minamino at one point. Yeah, we didn't actually see it. I was thinking, I even had the T-shirt because all day I've been thinking, when Liverpool win this game with a late goal and we've dogged it out, it's going to be Divock Origi scores that goal. I was convinced by it. Turns out I wasn't. But hey, I still think it's a nice T-shirt anyway, so why wouldn't you wear it? But yeah, I thought he was absolutely fine. Not hardly ever touched, to be honest. So I'm just going to give him a 7, which is probably fine. And Naby was only on for a few minutes. So let's just... Yeah, I'm not even going to... You know what? I'm not even going to give him a vote. I'm just going to go NA, because I'm not... Whatever I give him, people are going to say it's too high or too low, so I'm not even going to bother. I don't want to ruin his average rating for the season as well. Right then, my Liverpool player ratings for the Reds after they beat Southampton then one more time. Didn't even bother with Ali, because what was the point? 8 for Costas, 10 for Matip, 10 for Konate, 7 for Gomez, 10 for Millie, 7.5 for the youngsters in midfield, Jones and Elliott. We get an 8 for Jota, a 9.5 for both Bobby and for Taki, and for Jordan Henderson as well. 7 for Divock, didn't even bother with Naby. Right then, all through the show, you guys have been voting for your man of the match in the game, and I give 10s to Milner, Konate, Matip. Obviously, Sky give their man of the match vote to Roberto Firmino as well. So, Sai, who did the people vote for? Minamino. Taki Minamino gets your man of the match. Fair play. Yeah. Sorry, Taki. That's quite disrespectful, just covering your face up like that. There we go then. Yeah. Taki Minamino, man of the match in a vital game for Liverpool Football Club at this end of the season. Again, I keep saying it. This has been the season where unlikely heroes have been made. Taki Minamino might have just made himself one, because if Liverpool do go and win that title on Sunday, we can all look back to that Tuesday night on Southampton when out of nowhere he was thrown into the side and did very, very well. So I'm not going to argue too much with that one. Absolutely brilliant performance from these Reds. Right, me and Chris are going to go back to the main studio very, very shortly and do the instant match reaction. That will be streaming on Redmen Plus Live. So if you're a Redmen Plus subscriber, get on over, go and log in now, get yourself set up, and as soon as we go live, yeah, come and join us for that one. If you're a club legend on Redmen Plus, you can also use the Discord chat to interact with the show. If you've never been involved with Redmen Plus, first of all, why not? It's all of this stuff, but just more of it. Secondly, you've got a bit of a chance now to go and sign up if you go to redmenplus.com. Click the massive big join button on the home page, sign up, and then you too will be able to get that instant match reaction. It will also be available in podcast form. So, you know, it is like 10 to 11 here, so if you're off to bed, you can wake up in the morning and it'll be there for you downloaded in your podcast app if you want to do that. Tomorrow morning, I will be back in the studio hosting the Final Word show as well with 2 extra guests where we'll go even more in depth. And then we're on the countdown to a potential Premier League win. Who knows? That one isn't in our hands, but it kind of is a little bit as well. And then, of course, the European Cup final against Real Madrid in Paris. We've got some big interviews lined up. I can't say too much yet because Paul has sworn me to secrecy, but as it stands, we've definitely got booked in 2 European Cup winners for Liverpool, and there's a big chance that we get a third as well, who happens to be playing for the football club right now. So fingers crossed we can get all those to you. They'll be streaming on Redmen Plus over the next week or so, so please do come and get involved. Right then, guys, thank you so much for getting involved with the show. Thanks for your votes. Thanks for getting involved in the live chat as well. Really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the watch along if you joined us for that as well. I'm going for a nice quick break, and then we'll be back on Redmen Plus with the instant match reaction. So till then, I'll see you all soon to that.
Thank you so much for checking the video out. If you want more from us, then do consider joining Red Men Plus, which funds everything we do here for free on YouTube. But not just that, we're going to give you a whole bunch of incredible Liverpool content in podcast and in video form, extra Red Men TV shows and documentaries, features and interviews with Liverpool legends past and present. Get closer to the city, to the football club that we all love on redmenplus.com. Click the button, head over there now.